What does DIP mean on motherboard? DIP stands for Dual Inline Package. There are a number of ways to describe this type of package, but it is basically a series of pins arranged in two lines on the underside of the motherboard. The motherboards have been using this design since the early days of personal computers, and they are still going strong today. These pins allow you to plug in all your different components such as memory modules, CPU sockets, and other features. The motherboard itself must have all these connections built in so that you can easily connect your parts together. What does DIP mean on motherboard? The DIP pins are designed to work with some specific pieces of hardware, so you need to make sure that you get the right ones for your setup. You will also want to make sure that your motherboard supports these types of connections before buying any new components for your PC build. There are several different terms associated with DIP packages including DIP, Dual Inline Package; SOP, Single Inline Package; SOP, Shrink Small Outline Package; TSOP, Thin Small Outline Package. Different types of DIP ICs and their differences. In this video, we will discuss the different types of DIP ICs and their differences. So what does DIP mean on motherboard? DIP stands for Dual Inline Package and is used to refer to the type of packaging that is used for integrated circuits, ICs. SIP, Single Inline Package. This is the smallest type of DIP package. It contains one row of leads and has the same dimensions as a standard IC socket. However, it does not have any holes through which you can pass wires or solder them onto the leads. Therefore, it must be soldered directly onto a board with a wave soldering machine or reflow oven. DIL, Dual Inline Package. The greatest benefit of using the DIP package is that it allows integrated circuit manufacturers to use larger transistors on the chip because they don't have to fit them into a smaller space like they do with other packages like SOIC or QFP. Another benefit of using the DIP package is that it requires fewer pins than most other IC packages, which means fewer connections between components on the printed circuit board, PCB. This reduces costs when designing PCBs and lowers their complexity as well. DIP chip versus SMD chip. When you are building your own electronics, it is important to understand the differences between a DIP chip and an SMD chip. While they may look similar, they have different applications, and knowing which one to use can be a big help. DIP chip. The DIP chip is an integrated circuit that can be inserted into a socket with a row of pins on one side. This allows the chip to be easily removed and replaced with another. The DIP chip has an advantage over other ICs because it can be inserted into any socket without soldering or special tools. It also allows for easy testing when problems arise by swapping out the faulty chip for a new one quickly without having to solder anything or dismantle your project too much. SMD chip. A surface mount device, SMD, is a type of integrated circuit, IC, made using integrated circuit fabrication technology where all components on the chip are in contact with its surface, hence surface mount, instead of being buried beneath it as with dual inline packages, DIPs. Things you should know: DIP plug-in processing. A DIP, dual inline package, plug-in processing refers to the assembly process used to create electronic components that are packaged in a DIP configuration. In the manufacturing world, there are many different types of integrated circuits, ICs, and each one has a specific function. The most common IC is the DIP, dual inline package, which is used for plug-in processing. DIP is also referred to as flat pack or chip scale packaging. DIPs come in two sizes: through-hole, TH, and surface mount, SM. The TH version has leads that extend through holes in the PCB and are soldered in place, while the SM version has solder pads on its underside that are connected directly to pads on the PCB when installed. The main purpose of a DIP chip is to provide interconnections between various components inside an electronic device. For example, if you have a computer motherboard with many different chips on it, all of those chips will be connected together by means of copper traces on the PCB and pin connections on each chip itself. DIP components can be used for a variety of applications, including computers, telecommunication systems, industrial control equipment, and consumer electronics devices. They can be found in everything from laptops to video game consoles and many other devices where digital circuitry is required. Conclusion. DIP plug-in processing is a common method for assembling electronic components onto PCBs, particularly for components that require frequent replacement or are used in applications where the component may be subjected to high levels of vibration or other mechanical stress. As a DIP plug-in processing manufacturer, Winnow provides customers with a full range of services including design, prototyping, and mass production. Our team has decades of experience in the industry and understands what it takes to deliver high-quality results on time. Visit our website, Winnow PCBA.